Hello, nice to see you again. As I've recently reviewed both the OnePlus 3T, which is on the left, and the 5 on the right, I thought I'd do a quick comparison. Let's start off with the very obvious physical feature that the 3T has a single camera on the back, whereas the 5 has the dual camera. The 3T has a more obvious antenna band as well, and it's quite difficult to see, but the 5 and 3T then share the same layout of buttons, so the mute switch, the volume rocker, SIM tray, all that kind of stuff's all the same. The 3T I have is the grey version and the 5 is the black. Both have the fingerprint scanner on the bottom and both feature the dash charging, headphone socket and speaker on the bottom as well. Both feature a very rapid fingerprint scanner, although I did find the 3T version seemed to be slightly quicker than the 5. I've repeated this quite a few times, as you can see, and it's only fractionally quicker. Both are incredibly rapid, but it does appear the 3T has a slightly faster response, and I've tried different fingers, different thumbs, all sorts, and every time there's just a minor speed difference over the two. In terms of the interface, both are very similar. The 5 has a slightly crisper looking interface. Some of the icons are slightly different. You can see both are rapid when moving around, and there's some more noticeable interface differences when you start to get used to both. So for example, the app tray is a button on the 3T and it's a drag up on the 5. And that's how you get to all your apps. And if we go back into the app tray, you'll see in a second that the search bar is slightly different as well. So when you go into the top section, search bar is separated on the 3T and it's got a more clean look on the 5. For reference, at the time of this video, both were running Android 7.1.1 and the 3T was running Oxygen OS 4.1.6, whereas the 5 was running Oxygen 4.5.3. You'll also notice on this screen the 3T has 6 gig, whereas the 5 has 8, and overall I haven't found that to make a massive difference. I have noticed, however, that you do get additional quick draw options. So on the 3T you only had O and V, whereas on the 5 you get S, M and W that you can set to. The big area that OnePlus was touting was the camera improvements. The 5 has the dual camera. I thought the 3 actually had a pretty good camera setup, and it still has most of the same settings that you can access. Here's an example of a time-lapse on both. If you watch closely, you'll notice that the 3T seems to have a few issues with the autofocus while doing this. You'll see it kind of flexing in and out periodically, and I think this is a good demonstration of the extra detail you get with the OnePlus 5 camera. This is the same time-lapse at the same time, same clouds, and the 5 actually looks like it's got a lot more detail to it. You can see the clouds a lot more clearly than you can on the 3T. However, overall I found the video to be pretty good out of the rear-facing camera on both. You can see here the colours look really great on both, and there's plenty of detail on both. So I haven't noticed a massive difference aside from the cloud time-lapse, where the OnePlus 5 camera screams that it is much better. There's a few auto-focusing issues with the 3T. As you can see here, it keeps unfocusing on the subject, whereas the 5 locks focus a lot better. So just doing a quick test of the front-facing camera. This is the OnePlus 3T and this is the 5, and certainly on screen there is a noticeable difference. The 5 looks like it's handling the lighting conditions much better. I have done a vlog using the 3T and also a separate vlog using the 5, so don't forget to check those out, see what you think to the different cameras and what you think to them in terms of being a vlogging camera. Which one do you think is best? Certainly looking at this, I think the 5 has the better camera. Let's try and change the lighting conditions. So we've got a bit of a funky background now. Well, certainly on screen I have to say the 5 screen looks much clearer, much better. The 3T, while it's still giving a good image, I would certainly prefer the 5. I'd be interested to see what these look and sound like when I get them onto a main screen. In terms of consuming media, both have really nice screens, both have loudspeakers, although the speaker is on the bottom of both, so you can cover it up when game playing, and both are available with the optional cases. The cases look the same for both, bar the camera cutout. So if you've got a OnePlus phone already and you like a particular case style, you'll find it's exactly the same on the 5 as on the 3T. So for me, this is the main issue with the 5. While it's a fantastic phone, it gives you a lot of performance, it's not a massively different phone to the 3T in day-to-day use. I would say that if you are a 3T owner and you're happy with it, don't upgrade, because this is more of an iteration than a massive leap forwards. So if you are on an older 3T, I'd recommend holding off maybe for the 6 or 7 or 6T or whatever they end up calling it. Give them a year to actually come up with some new ideas and new technology that make a real difference. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, why not treat yourself and click the subscribe button above. And if you want to see some more clear and concise reviews, why not check out this video next. Thanks for watching.